for Christine Peters, our Luncheon chairperson. What a great job she did. And here to introduce our keynote speaker, a grand dame of New Hampshire. It's Christine Peters, who will introduce AugustaPetrone.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
It's a little difficult to introduce someone who needs no introduction to most of us in this room. I came into the Federation when my first child was born, and I stayed home with him and had a lot of time on my hands. So it's been just about 19 or 20 years for me. And it didn't take me very long to meet Joseph and Augusta. And to see them attend many Lilac Luncheons together, and have the opportunity to, our son is home this week, when we used to put real lilacs in mason jars out in the hallway. Mr. Petrone, or Master Petrone, he would oversee that, and he would help me to adjust the blossoms while our little girls ran around, and he would tell them stories about his mother canning jam in the same jars. So it's exciting to have our girls here still. And one of the things that, in looking over this biography, that you all have in very tiny print in your program, because even in that print, there's still far more we could say. Something that stands out to me is her lifelong faithfulness, first as a wife, and really fulfilling that role, I think, in the way it was designed to be fulfilled, as a helpmeet for every situation. And then using her extra time, always investing in young people. So I was that young person, and now I'm less of a young person. But just from leading Girl Scouts, or teaching English or French, being a private tutor, just everywhere she went, she found a way. And I especially love that line that she had organized a costumed group of Reagan supporters that campaigned for the future president. They grew to 150 Duchess dollies. And that doesn't surprise me a bit if you all remember the Mamas for Knit. And are any Mamas for Knit here? And so just without any further words, I want to welcome Mrs. AugustaPetrone to come and share some of her highlights with you today.
Oh, Christine, thank you very, very much. That was darling. And I want to thank your mother. Where is she? There she is. I want to thank Nancy for inviting me to speak at the Lilac Luncheon. I first came to a Lilac Luncheon about 30 years ago. It was at the Windham, what's it called? Castleton in Windham. And I thought, wow. And I've heard other big people do Lilac Luncheon say that today. What a neat, interesting, active group of wenches. I never dreamed then that I could actually be invited to speak a Lilac Luncheon, and I'm very happy to be allowed to do it. But speaking of dreams, as a child, I did have a dream. I met a lady who had been an ambassador. She was the first American ambassador who was female. Eisenhower sent Pearl Nesta, the hostess with the mostest. I don't know if any of you are old enough to remember Pearl Nesta. But she gave parties in Washington would bring both sides together. And as you all know, lots gets done, receptions out of the office. It was true with the diplomatic corps too, and it was certainly true in Washington then. But Pearl had gave a ball in Washington for the Spanish ambassador's daughter. And she was a friend of my mother's, and Pearl said, would you like to bring your teenage daughter down to this embassy ball? She did, and she chaperoned me down, like chaperoned in those days. And there he was. It's a crowded room, and our eyes met, and thunder and lightning went off. He didn't remember any of that, but 2 years Austin and Trinity Church. And he whisked me off to a 5-year honeymoon, courtesy of the U.S. Army, in a fairyland town south of Paris called Fontainebleau. I bet some of you have visited. It's a town with a huge castle in it. The castle had something like 2,000 rooms in it. But it started in the 1400s as a hunting lodge for the kings of France, and they come out to the 50,000-acre forest of Fontainebleau, and they would hunt deer and deer and boar. Well, anyway, when we were in Fontainebleau, I could get into all kinds of mischief, such as teaching Girl Scouts. We were on an overnight camp out at the local U.S. Air Base, and Boy Scouts in the next tent figured out if you scratch the roof of a wet tent, and lays underneath and get wet, and we did. I got to go to Paris and play the life of a student. I went to the Sorbonne, got my diploma there. And then Fontainebleau was, Joseph was with a petroleum command that brought through a pipeline petroleum from the Atlantic coast into our forces in Germany for the airplanes and for the tanks and such. That was what he was doing. But Fontainebleau was also the headquarters of Allied Forces Central Europe in a NATO command. And Queen of Belgium gave her summer chateau to NATO. And Joseph and I would walk 2 blocks down from our little house beside the side of the road and have dinner almost every night. Three-course French meal cooked by the French Navy, and with wine it was 60 cents. But that was 1968, 58. Anyway, the most memorable thing I think, and something that I was very proud of, I became friends with the director of the Smith College Chamber Students, and they were going to do a tour of Europe. I thought it's time we could have her do a performance at the Chateau of Fontainebleau. And through lots of hurdles through red tape and government, we were able to have an assembly of NATO officers in their uniforms with their families and kids, teetering on chairs in the cobblestone courtyard of the Chateau of Fontainebleau. And if you know the chateau, it has what they call a horseshoe staircase. And the Smith girls in their white dresses came flowing down one arm of the staircase. The Amherst boys in their fine tuxedos came down the other side. They gave a bang-up concert. And the bottom of this horseshoe staircase was made famous because of so many prints that were created of Napoleon saying goodbye, an emotional goodbye to his troops before he got sent off to exile. Well, the magic of Fontainebleau soon in our rearview mirror, even though it was 5 years, and we went to an entirely different location in Fort Hood, Texas. Fort Hood was full of lots of noise and tanks and Army protocol. I'll never forget, some of you who know the Army probably are used to this if you've ever lived on a base. I haven't. But at 5 o'clock in the afternoon, the loudspeaker would blare out the Star Spangled Banner. And if you were in your car or you're washing dishes and you stood at attention, and the men saluted. And it was a nice tradition. The international world came to us in Fontainebleau in an unexpected manner. Khrushchev had put offending, aggressive missiles on the island of Cuba. And Kennedy took offense to that. And they were only 90 miles from the coast of Florida. And the whole 2 divisions, armored divisions, moved out of Hood into Fort Benning, South Carolina, and Fort Boyer, Georgia. And they were all ready to go in and invade Cuba. Kennedy negotiated, Khrushchev blinked, and they all came back to the post in Fort Hood. And there I opened my door, and there was my prince standing on the doorstep, covered with wounds worse than anything that he had in World War II with General Patton and Battle of the Bulge. He was covered head to toe in poison ivy. They all been out in the forest in South Carolina. Well, a year went by, 2 years, and we suddenly back in the big city. We were in the Washington area, and we had a royal greeting to Alexandria, Virginia. First, everything we owned that had been shipped in wedding presents from Boston and all of our household goods from Fort Hood, Texas, burned to the ground in the fireproof army warehouse. That wasn't enough. 3 days later, we were in a hotel, and there was a flash flood between Arlington and Alexandria. It's called Arlandria. And the flash flood got what was left of our possessions in our 2 cars that we drove across from Fort Hood with packages in them. But that wasn't enough. I worked for a month on inventories for the little insurance that we had. And I went out and bought a few supplies like sheets and knives and forks to move into our one-room apartment. And it was stolen out of the back of our car in Washington, D.C. So with all that excitement and warm welcome in Washington, our insurance company dropped us like a head balloon. But I did get involved with the International World Fair too. I call it, my title of my talk, I don't think too many people know it, the title of my talk is Army Life to Embassy Life, Adventures in International Playpen. It's irreverent, but it was wonderful. So when I got involved again with the International Playpen in Washington, they let me be a guide to foreigners that the State Department brought in to visit the United States. My job was to tour them around Capitol Hill and the House and Senate, the Library of Congress, and the Supreme Court. And it was such an education with all these different nationalities coming in. The one I remember most was the Koreans, the South Koreans, because they always carried in their suit pockets hot pepper flakes. And it was because I learned the American food is just so bland. Well, if any of you have eaten kimchi, and a friend of mine made some, it was wonderful. But kimchi, the GIs used to call it sauerkraut mixed with gunpowder. I learned about kimchi a year later. Jody was due for a hardship tour in the Army, which means that that is not accompanied or at least sponsored. But there was just me and I went. And we lived in a New Korea hotel. The New Korea hotel was torn down as the old Korea hotel 20 years later. And I understood that better when we met the gentleman, the American, who was just going back home to America from Seoul. He had headed up the USAID aid program. And he told us that Korea was taking off economically, and our aid was no longer actually needed. But he said, guess what the #1 export of South Korea? This is in 1966. And I don't think anybody will guess except some people who know already. False eyelashes. That's the country that's making Hyundais and Samsungs and heavy machinery and sophisticated hospital equipment. After we were in Korea, when we first got there, we stayed in a different hotel, and there were all these little children standing outside the door looking for tourists. Pathetic little creatures in rags and their hands out and their arms were broken. As I lived in the hotel, I got to know little scamps. And sometimes this arm would be broken, and sometimes this arm would be broken. And when I would go off to teach school, they waved their broken arms at me. I did teach school in a fun way, and I know some of you have done this. I taught English as a foreign language to a girls' high school, which is a lot of fun. I don't know if any of you ever taught in Korea, but it is so intoxicating because you walk down the hallway and the little girls curtsy as you go by to honorable teacher. Then I taught at the Women's Teachers College, same kind of thing, great respect for the teachers. We could use a little of that. And then they gave me the political writers of the 12 newspapers in Seoul. And that was such an education because you could ask them anything in English, keeping your English conversation going. And I'll never forget, one of my students was a distinguished political writer then. He told me that during the invasion of the North Koreans, his parents understood that the North Korean army would be going around hunting for young boys to conscript into their army. His parents hid him under the floor. And he said when he lay there, he could hear the footsteps of the boots of the North Koreans walking above him. They never got him. After Korea, he had a little chance after he served his hardship tour. He was allowed to put in a request for the next posting. We ended up in Paris. We ended up living behind Napoleon's tomb. And Joseph was at the embassy as a military attaché. And this was the time not only of the Cold War, which meant we were out every single night because of the receptions of 150 military attachés posted in Paris then. And they all had their national day, like our 4th of July. And they also had their Armed Forces Day, so it was a lot of overnight business. But it was also during the Vietnam peace talks. And General Walters was Joseph's boss. He was the defense attaché. Almost nobody knows him in this country. Everybody knew him in Europe. And spoke 9 languages. He became ambassador to West Germany. He predicted the fall of the Berlin Wall. He just was very knowledgeable. He was a national treasure. Walters was asked to put up our Secretary of State every weekend for 2 years in secret. And it was Henry Kissinger. So Kissinger would get a photograph taken of him with some starlet on Friday night. Next day it was in the Washington Post. There's Henry Kissinger with his starlet. Meanwhile, he was in Paris, staying in Walter's apartment, incognito, and he would go and negotiate with the North Vietnamese ambassador, Lilac. And it was a wonderful story which I can't resist telling. Walters got a call one night when he was at a dinner party, and he disappeared. And it turned out that he had told the government that the French intelligence was too good to try to hide Kissinger. So they knew, and as the French president, Pompidou knew. And so when Walters got this emergent call that said, Henry Kissinger's airplane cannot let Paris. It has to go into Germany to one of our bases. And 10 minutes later, he was in the French president's plane, going in, picking up a meek and quiet Kissinger. And they came back, and then Walters, who knew his way around Europe, said, you know, we've broken French airspace, German airspace. We're in the French president's plane. There's going to be a little suspicion. We better have a cover story. So they got this. It was an affair of lady. Total understanding. And that was fine for about 3 or 4 days. Walters was in one of the many receptions, and he saw the German attaché winding his way through the crowd. And he sidled up to General Walters and he said, Morgan, I think you owe us, I hope you owe Germany an explanation. You broke German airspace. You were in the French president's plane. I think you should tell me what was going on. And Walters sidled up in a very confidential manner and said, it was an affair of a lady. Little understanding in 30 seconds. And then the German came back on him. And he said, get it out. I have one question. And Walters told us he sweat bullets. This French president's lady, was she German or was she French? Well, we ended up going back to, after some wonderful years in Paris, we ended up going back to Iowa. And in Iowa, you get involved in politics, and we did. and we learned how to work caucuses. Now I understand how to work primaries. But we also got involved in going to LilacLuncheon, and we ended up, how many of you did CPACs? A few of you. I recommend everybody, if you ever get a chance, don't miss it. It's fabulous. We went to 7 of the 8 ones that Ronald Reagan spoke to. And it was pretty heavy stuff back in what was in the 60s. Because we thought we were the only conservatives on earth, and here was a whole room full of 400. Today there are like 10,000 that show up. But we also got involved in presidential delegations. We got sent on 2 presidential delegations. One was in the 70s to go to Madagascar. You know Madagascar off the coast of Africa, the great giant island. And we were to celebrate the 20th anniversary of their glorious socialist revolution. But our delegation was headed up by an Iowa senator by the name of Roger Jackson. And Roger was heavily lobbied by the president and prime minister of Madagascar because there was a great problem in Madagascar. Coca-Cola had changed their recipe, and they stopped using vanilla beans from Madagascar, and this was the national tragedy. Well, I know Coca-Cola did change back to the real vanilla beans, and I'd like to think that Roger Jackson was partly responsible. The other presidential delegation was, do you all remember UNESCO, United Nations Education, Cultural, and Socialist Educational? Anyway, we were sent for a month-long delegation, both me and Joseph, in Paris. And every day we would be involved with all these other nationalities in the big room talking policy, I guess. But one day I came back to our delegation's hotel, and there was a message from somebody called, what is his name? He was the deputy the deputy campaign manager for Reagan, Ed Rollins. You'll see him on television once in a while because he's helping support President Trump. By the way, I loved what Jody said about this wonderful president that we've got, and I love what Carrie said about community protection and guidance. Anyway, back to this message from Ed Rollins, and it was actually for me. And he wanted to know if I would like to be the female co-chairman for the Reagan-Bush campaign in 1984 for Iowa. I said yes. And Joseph and I moved down. We spent a whole year working our tails off in Des Moines, staying in a little tiny hotel, one room again. And a year later, he got, 2 years later, 2 years later we ended up in the Oval Office. And Ronald Reagan was saying goodbye to his newly minted ambassador to the United Nations in Geneva, and the other international organizations to which he was accredited. And imagine yourself having had this lifelong dream to be a wife. Wasn't I want to be the ambassador? Was one step up. I wanted to be the ambassador's wife. And there I was in Oval Office, this moment when the dream had come true and it was actually happening, which I thought never could be. And I was standing beside the 2 men I most admired and respected on this earth. And what was I thinking? Women. I was so worried about my hair. Ovarian cancer chemotherapy, and I was bald. And I had a nice heavy blonde wig, which matched what I once had been. And I was so afraid that it would go askew. It didn't. And on the plane, the wig went for good into a duffel bag. And all the time we were in Geneva, I had short, black, curly hair. It happens that way sometimes. Now, I just want to say a little bit about life as an ambassador's wife in Geneva. The two sort of highlights were the people that we worked with. There were the international organizations, of which there were several dozen located in Geneva, some with great skyscraper buildings. And the other was the 129 countries that were represented in Geneva. Today, they're like 92, something like that. But I just want to tell about 4 of the international organizations and 4 of the diplomats that we rubbed shoulders with, which made Geneva just be anything I could have dreamed of as a child. The first one was the 4 international organizations. You've all heard of WHO, World Health Organization, and they're working on measles at the moment, I think. But in my day, this would have been in 1987. We had to make our courtesy calls, protocol calls on these various directors general of the international organizations. And the WHO, which was headed by a very distinguished Dane, and he was very proud to tell us that smallpox had been eradicated from this earth. I probably all knew that, but in 1988 we didn't. And he said that he took a lot of credit for WHO. I think probably was deserved. But I remember having smallpox shots. I bet some of you do when you were little. But he also told us with great pride that he and his staff had gone around to some 2,000 rooms of the WHO building headquarters, breaking ashtrays. They got the message across that ashtrays not good, smoking not good. But that was his way of doing it. The second international organization that we made a call was the ILO, the International Labor Office. And that was headed up by a very distinguished Frenchman, whose wife was very active in the UN Women's Guild. And those ladies would put on a bazaar with 129 countries, food and wares, and big thing. But we had, part of Joseph's work was handling American delegations that would come in for these various international organizations' conferences. And we have a lady head up the American delegation for the labor, the Secretary of Labor. And she came in to give us, be the guest of honor at a reception that we gave in our tent outside our little living room. Just as we were leaving, Joseph pulled out a magazine, a small magazine out of the pocket. And he handed it and said, Mr. Director General, if you ever have really trouble figuring out the weather on the world, you just consult this. It was the Old Farmer's Almanac. Then I want to touch briefly on 4 of the more interesting, well, they were all fascinating ambassadors, but 4 of them were my favorites. One was Top Gay Dorje in his wife. He was the ambassador for Bhutan out in the Himalayas. Top Gay's wife, Yen Singh, had stomped her little foot in front of her daddy when she was 6, and she said she wanted to be educated. You didn't do that in Bhutan in those days. But daddy was a pussycat, and pretty soon Yen Singh was on horseback with a mounted guard for a 2-week ride into India, where she spent 7 years without seeing her family. And then she came back out to Bhutan, and I don't know how much later, but she married the king's son. The second one was the Russian ambassador, Evgeny Makeyev. His wife's name was Juliana, as in Lenin. Makeyev and his wife were both hardcore communists, but he was a grandpa, and he and I had some really nifty conversations about his grandchildren on the human level. The third one was, let me see, now let's get the third one. The fourth one was the Finnish ambassador, Olli Menander. And Olli had a bunch of us over to his house for dinner, like they did. And we went into the living room afterwards, maybe a dozen ambassadors and their wives. And we ended up telling jokes. Not any kind of jokes. The jokes were all about Cal Coolidge. Now here we are in the middle of Geneva with a dozen different nationalities present, and they were telling Cal Coolidge jokes. And my favorite one was, maybe some of you know this, but Cal was campaigning in Vermont. And somebody in the balcony yelled out, "Oh, you know, Cal, won't take long." Cal didn't miss a beat. "Oh, tell them all we both know, and it won't take any longer." Well, pretty soon we had our third 4th of July party out at the gardens of our residence, and I shook 2,000 hands. But soon we were on our way back to America, and we had decided that we wanted to become New Hampshireites, something that I'm so happy we did. Well, so we came back and settled in Dublin and got a little bit involved in politics. And that some of the best people I think we met, whether it was sons of kings or beggars outside the hotel, were some of the best people we've ever met, actually through politics in New Hampshire. And I dare say that a lot of you may share my feelings on that. In closing, I'd just like to say, take advantage of my 82 years and look back to the road of life. And there are 2 little recipes for living that I picked up along the way. Breitbart says politics is down the road from culture. Well, these are 2. One was written and one was sung. The first one that was written goes back to the Reader's Digest back in the 50s. There was an old lady wrote her story. It was called Pushing by Gratitude. And the idea was that she was going into a nursing home, but she decided she was going to love it, and she was so grateful for so many other things. And actually, I do think gratitude is one of the secrets to happiness. And it can get you through a lot of sort of house fires or cancer or anything like that. The other one goes back to a song, and I remember, if any of you are old enough to remember, it was in the 50s, and it was the top of the hit parade all summer long. And it was called Nature Boy. Is that it? We got 2.
My mom loved it.
It was wisdom. And the story, and the end of the song went like this. A little shy and satisfied, but very wise was he. And though he spoke of many things, fools and kings, this he said to me: the greatest thing you'll ever learn is just to love and be loved in return.
Now we know what we call the Grand Dame of New Hampshire. Christine, you come up for where she is. Well, while they're doing that, I want to say that I'm including my duties as Master of Ceremonies. You've been a wonderful audience. Thank you very much. And after this picture is taken, Nancy will take over and lead you through the closing ceremonies. Christine, did you come up? Christine, did you come up for a picture? Big hand once again for our Luncheon chairperson, Christine Peters.
Grok team.